All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And in this lesson, I'm going to go over a few articles going into most likely, all right, one of the few coming, you can say false flags or whatever you may have it, but attacks to come here to so-called America, being Babylon the Great, is going to be a cyber attack. And as it is our job as watchmen to warn the house of Israel, blow that trumpet, and the point is, whether they hear or forbear, they shall know that a prophet have been among them. All right, but nonetheless, going into cyber attacks, all right, this is again one of the few things Esau has in his arsenal, which he has against other nations, but ultimately what he's going to use against his own people. And he'll end up blaming on Iran or China or Russia in order to catapult them into this next world's war, being World War III. Okay. And ultimately, Esau, like the scripture says, is going to be in straits. All right, he has plans to do these things, but they're not gonna fall out or fall into place as he plans. Okay. But here, this is the first article. Cyber attacks are the newest frontier of war and can strike harder than a natural disaster. Here's why the U.S. could struggle to cope if it got hit. And this article came out May 23rd, 2019. And it says attacks on infrastructure are becoming the new front line of cyber threats. All right, and as which is some good information to know, is which is known around the world, that America's infrastructure is terrible. All right, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I might as well search American in I forget my spelling. So forgive me. Structure. That's why I got Google. Grade. According to the American Society of Civil Engineers 2007 infrastructure report card, which is published every 4 years, U.S. infrastructure gets a D plus grade. It got the same grade in 2013. I was gonna give it a benefit of the doubt and say a C plus. All right, but here it says a D plus. Okay, so American infrastructure is terrible. All right, and that's just talking about roads and how the power grid's set up. Okay, not even going into the point that of nuclear missile strikes. Okay, the system protecting the continental United States from ballistic missiles or intercontinental ballistic missiles, being ICBMs. The system is called ground-based. Let me look it up. Ground-based. That's escaping right now. Ground-based defense system. America. Spirit got me bringing it out. So, all right, here it is. Ground-based mid-course defense system. That's what it's called. All right, and it's completely out of date. Okay, here I'll probably show a picture to illustrate if it'll load quick enough. Yeah, here it is. All right, this is the system that the United States has in order to defend itself against an attack of like I said, ICBMs. And going into the American infrastructure grade being D plus, this also is an addition to it. All right, the United States is not prepared for this new missile technology that these other foreign nations have, and they have technology by inspiration of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, that there's no defense for. Okay, these missiles fly a lot higher, a lot faster, and a lot farther than ever before. Okay, hitting speeds like something ridiculous, like 20 times the speed of sound. All right, and the speed of sound, search real fast, which is roughly 760 miles per hour. Okay. Not speed of sound. Oh yeah, yeah, speed of sound. So that's in meters per second. It was miles per hour, mph. Yeah, so 767, roughly miles per hour. So you times that by, let's say, roughly 20. Okay, look at that. 15,000 miles per hour these missiles fly. Okay, and it says intercontinental, meaning they can go from continent to continent. Okay, and that speed that those missiles are getting over in a very short amount of time. All right, especially okay, going into um, let's see, Cuba. All right, um, that's why you had the Cuban Missile Crisis, right? Look at it. Oh, I don't want to do that. Whoops. All right, here we go. Um, bear with me, Cuba. Um, USA map, just to show the distance. Okay, so here you see Cuba is extremely close to the United States. Okay, and China and Russia are buying up all these little islands around. Uh, you know, dropping, um, you know, putting missiles over there. Okay, they have submarines probably that come and visit daily the Atlantic, whatever it may be. Okay, but Cuba, all right, if you look at Key West, all right, which is the most southern part of the tip of Florida, which is these little tiny little islands. Okay, it tells you that, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 90 miles from Cuba. Okay, so 90 miles is nothing, especially going into how fast these missiles fly. So they didn't have to use intercontinental ballistic missiles. A normal missile would hit, continental United States in a matter of minutes, at the least probably seconds. Okay, so there's no way the U.S. can respond to such attack as this. That's why, uh, you know, America is in deep trouble. Okay, Babylon the Great. Okay, who and going into even going in. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because it's really veering off the point of the lesson. But in total and altogether, that so-called America is finished. Okay, but nonetheless, going into uh, North America. Well, um, let me see. World map. Forgive me. World map. Okay, so going into the things going on in South America. All right, got Venezuela. All right, these other countries. All right, they're also starting to deal with these other nations. Okay, get a good map. Um, the resolutions, and I mean, I just want to see um, some of the places that America's gonna have to deal with, and that's why it tells you in Jeremiah, enemies shall be around about them. Okay, is getting surrounded. All right, and ultimately, because YAHAWASHI is coming against this place. All right, the beast is hating the horde. All right, everybody's coming against so-called America. And again, trying to find a decent picture. Okay, whatever. All right, this is as clear as gonna get. Here you see Brazil. All right, Brazil is a sleeper. Okay, the Brazilian military is no slouch. All right, going into the riots going in Chile. All right, Colombia, going into Panama. Okay, these are places that are these other bigger nations. All right, being a guard. All right, Russia and these other nations that are joining up against America. All right, right now the big ball players is Russia, China. All right, you got North Korea. Um, there's a lot of big players. Iran. All right, coming up against this place. Okay, and the pride of this country. All right, being a so-called America, people don't understand that America is fell off. America fell off. America is no longer the power it used to be. All right, its glory days are over. All right, right now is like the scriptures describe it as a woman. Okay, that woman has become overweight, obese. Go up and look at models. All right, supermodels that was beautiful in their young age, and they become obese. Okay, and I'm just probably maybe a picture to search like models that lost it. Okay, because that's America. All right, before and after maybe. Before and after. I mean, you get the point though. Okay, so-called America would be they lost it. Okay, think of a woman in her young age. Nice shape, body. Beautiful, youthful. All right, and then she lets herself go. Okay, that's so-called America. I'm not gonna get too into it. But it's just a metaphor. All right, but then let's go back to this article. All right, the ground-based Slovakia. A lot's going on in my mind right now. Let me put this all together. Ground-based. Now I remember ground-based mid-course defense. So harping in on the American infrastructure. All right, it's horrendous. All right, and not even factoring in nuclear missile strikes. Okay, again, technology of these missiles. All right, is going to overwhelm. All right, America's defense system. Okay, yes, America has the first responders. As far as being the Coast Guard, the National Guard. Okay, but America is going to be occupied, and because it's as Esau is, according to biblical prophecy, he could not keep at home. All right, he's a proud man, neither he could keep it at home. Okay, so he has all type of conflicts going on in the world, and he forgot about home base. Okay, all the top gunners, all right, the best of the best of the military, they're not gonna be home. Esau's gonna send them out, all right, because they know that if all hell starts breaking loose in the states, what's the first thing these men are gonna want to do? They're gonna want to come back home. All right, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, so it tells you in second Esdras that they're going to be sent to wars and they're not going to return home. Okay, they're going to die over in the Middle East. Okay, being YAHAWASHI, okay, or the place of Heavenly Father's judgment. Okay, Jehoshaphat. All right, in the English. All right, but going back to the article. All right. Again, this first article: cyber attacks are the newest frontier of war and can strike harder than a natural disaster. Here's why the U.S. could struggle to cope if it got hit. All right, a successful cyber attack on critical infrastructure, and we went into real quick. America's infrastructure is a D plus. Okay, no, that's not something to hang your hat on. Okay, that's not something you would boast of. Okay, that's shameful. All right, but this is purposely. All right. A successful cyber attack on critical infrastructure could do as much as damage as a natural disaster, bring a whole country to a standstill. All right, that's getting ready to happen in so-called America. Okay, again, going into these cyber attacks, Esau, he's going to try to do it to himself. Okay, which he is going to do to himself, just like the September 11, the 9/11 attacks. Okay, just like Pearl Harbor. Okay, Esau needs a catalyst to justify himself, as far as his pretty picture that he painted of himself. Being, as it tells you, he covers the face of the judges. He's seen as such a righteous man. The so-called white man he's the god of this world. Okay, so he has an image to keep uphold. All right, right now it's not a mystery unto those in the know. Okay, being first and foremost the prophets. All right, the seers. All right, speaking of apostle on down, and then also to those who believe. All right, with those who are getting ready to believe, okay, the great multitude that's getting ready to flourish in. All right, but nonetheless, this is a mystery that's been revealed in this time. All right, being that man of sin, which is a so-called white man. All right, Esau, Edom. Okay, again, going into he has an image to upkeep. Okay, he doesn't want the world to know that he's the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay, it tells you there's a quote. It says the greatest trick the devil has done is he tricked everybody pretty much with a prayer vision that he does not exist. Okay. But he's live and well, and he walks among you. All right, at your jobs. All right, the pale-faced devil. Okay, Esau, Edom, which is the wicked the Bible speaks of. Okay, but he's gonna do this onto himself. Okay, he's gonna, blame Iran. All right, blame China, blame these other big people that they're up against. All right, in order to justify themselves. Okay, and America is gonna be at a standstill. This is what's gonna crash the economy, which they're gonna say. Okay, which the American economy is already trashed. All right, but again, a scapegoat. Okay, they're gonna blame this cyber attack again on these other nations and say this is why the stock market crashed. This is why going into the market of beast. Okay, that global reset. Okay, and ultimately again, Esau, Edom, big picture, him fulfilling his new world order. Okay, that order out of chaos. All right, this is his philosophy. All right, but not knowing this is YAHAWASHI Shai's philosophy. Okay, he's going to bring order out of all this chaos, being, destruction of this place and the kingdom to come, which belongs to the nation of Israel. Okay, but reading to these bullet points, nations have launched cyber attacks for years, but the world has yet to see a full power, multi-pronged attack on a major developed state. All right, experts describe in detail. Now, there's a quick video I'll put in the description box, which is is good information, to also add on to this lesson or video, whichever you want to call it. Is this bullet point: experts describe in detail to Business Insider how a serious cyber attack could knock flat the systems that underpin all of our lives. Okay, all the systems. All right, think of your banking. Okay, your social. Thinking of Instagram, Twitter, so on and so forth. Okay, pretty much all your information. Okay, and that's just going into our personal. So going on to street lights. All right, your water pumps. Everything is ran by the electrical power grid. Okay, of course you have solar panels, but there's a reason why it's not popularized. Okay, ultimately because Esau, Edom, he wants to tax you. Okay, this sources of power that you not need this lousy power grid, which is a mess of wires. You have a perfect power source from the sun, but unless the point, everything is ran by the power grid. All right, and if a power grid goes down, all right, which is only 3 major power grids in the United States. Okay, I did a lesson probably a while ago about the U.S. power grid. Okay, it's split up in sections. Okay, and they're major sections, and if one goes down, a huge part of the country will be in darkness. Okay, and it only takes which is only a few of them, those to go down to the whole nation to be in darkness. Okay, and that's what the day of the Lord is. The day of the Lord is darkness. That's what Scripture say. Won't you that desire the day of the Lord? Okay, U.S. power grid. I think that should be good enough search. Here we go. All right, here we go. It's split up in three major grids. Okay, grid operates in 3 segments nationally: the Western interconnection, which is the green; the Texas interconnection, which is the yellow; and the Eastern interconnection. Look at these huge parts of the country will be shut in darkness if these power grids go down. Okay, again, these are systems, meaning they're ran by a computer. Okay, so anything that has a chip can be hacked into. Okay, yeah, anything has a chip, exactly. Anything that has a chip can be hacked into. All right, so these are RFID microchips. Again, just going into how this cyber attack, which is there's going to be multiple. Okay, this is just one of the things that's going to be going into the mischiefs that this place is going to run into. Okay, because why? Because this place say, I'm a widow, I shall not know the loss of children. This country, being so-called America, all right, they never had to worry about bombs going on. They had to worry about certain things of tribulation. Of course, Jake is different. Okay, Jake got to worry about getting pulled over by the police. But this is going into a scale as no other. Okay, this place as a whole hasn't had to worry about things such as attacks. Okay, this place, that's why it's called that virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, this place hasn't been touched. Okay, this place is ultimately why? Because it's preserved for the greatest judgment ever to happen on the face of the planet Earth in history. Okay, mischief upon mischief this place is going to fall into. All right, this is just going into the grid going down. Okay, a cyber attack. Okay, this is going to be a chain reaction of events, of unfortunate events for this place. Okay, the famines, pestilence. Okay, all these things going into the hospitals. Okay, when the powers goes out, these things that contain these diseases, they're gonna have free range. Okay, Esau being a mad scientist, he's gonna shoot that shit in the air. He already does it now with these chemtrails. All right, but going into how this place is set up perfectly for destruction. Okay, and Esau Edom thinks he's gonna fulfill his new order. He thinks this is all part of his plan. Okay, but the scriptures say the deceived and deceiver are his. All right, the Lord's getting ready to set this dude up nasty. Okay, All right, and it's all according to biblical prophecy. Okay. Well, going to this bullet point too. I'm just gonna run through these articles now. And then close out with in Sirach. I have a precept, well, a few of them. But here, experts describe in detail to Business Insider how a serious cyber attack can knock flat systems. All right, and one of the systems that's going to knock flat is Wall Street. All right, and they underpin all of our lives. Okay, money makes the world go round. All right, and if the flow of money, all right, these things are not properly in their order, chaos is going to break forth. Okay, and break loose. People are going to panic. All right, it's going to beautiful times. Okay, that we're approaching. All right. And the Lord got everybody covered. Ain't nobody escaping this judgment besides the elect. All right, this is another bullet point. The U.S., despite its strengths, is particularly vulnerable because so much infrastructure is controlled by private companies. Wow, which may not be well equipped to deal with a major threat. Okay, here I'm gonna run through some of this. Okay, and that's purposely. Okay, purposely. All right, Esau Edom did this, but ultimately, YAHAWASHI has done this. Okay, this place is that, that's why I say that unwalled village, if I'm not mistaken. All right, it's free for the taking. Okay, of course, so-called America is the greatest nation on earth, but right now, again, going into this place is on its downfall. Okay, it's not like it used to be. Okay, and people are waking, well, specifically other nations, are waking up saying this place is weak. Okay, now they become this place has become weak. Okay, and that's why the weak are saying I'm strong. Right, other smaller nations. Okay, and being raised up to come up against this place. All right, imagine waking up one day and feeling as if a hurricane hit, except everything is still standing. The lights are out. There is no running water. You have no phone signal. No phone signal. People bug out when they forget their phone. All right, people. The first thing people do when they're in trouble, what do? They grab their phone. Especially women. They want to what? They want to call 911. They want to go on Snapchat. They want to post on their IG stories, go live. Okay, all that's going to be not available. No internet. Okay, no internet. All right, and Esau, he can't wait to do this. Okay, he hates the internet. Okay, because it's exposing him. All right, and especially in a time of war, this is not beneficial to him. All right, the access to information is no bueno in a time of war. Okay, Esau knows this. Okay, that's why he has things like propaganda. Okay, he has things in place such as that to keep you away from the truth because he has an agenda which he has to fulfill, and ultimately he does that by blinding the people. Okay, so like that, he makes the path of resistance easier, so he can take it what he wants that much more efficiently. Okay, no heating or air conditioning. All right, so imagining this happen in the winter. Okay, people are gonna freeze to death. Okay, roads are gonna be full of snow. Okay, and it's gonna be horrific. All right, air conditioning. So imagine that happened in the summer. All right, it gets very hot down here in Florida. All right, so imagine places where it's even hotter. Okay, people are gonna fry to death. Okay, stuff catching on fire. California on fire. This is just the beginning. Okay, food starts rotting in your fridge. Hospitals struggle to save their patients. Trains and planes are stuck. All right, literally, this place is gonna be at a standstill. All right, there are none of the collapsed building. There are none of the collapsed buildings or torn up trees that accompany a hurricane, and no floodwater. But all the same, the world you take for granted has collapsed. That's beautiful. Okay, because that's what's happening. That's what's getting ready to happen to so-called America. This is what it would look like if hackers decided to take your country offline. All right, so-called America is going to be put offline and ultimately control alt deleted. All right, meaning destroyed. Okay, so that's just that on that article. This one too, real quick, going into this is a quick one I wanted to get about this, why this RFID microchip being a mark of the beast is going to be implemented at the same time. Okay, because when everything is going to be wiped away, Esau, he's going to come and say the dollar's crashed, yada yada. This is the new way. All right, this is the new system. Okay, because the old system has failed and destroyed because of they're going to blame Iran, Iraq, China, Russia, etc., etc. All right, all your banking information, all your the things that identify you. Okay, that going into the real ID, going into what was it, ID 2020 Alliance. Okay, this is that system that's in place for such a thing. Okay, because it's getting ready to come to pass. Okay, these devils understand that. Okay, that's why they're 20 steps ahead of you regular people, but they're not. All right, as far as the men of the Lord. Okay, because YAHAWASHI tells us of all these things. Okay, the Lord does nothing but he reveals the secrets unto the servants and the prophets. Okay, here, U.S. business. All right, it's an article. Cyber attack 202. U.S. businesses are preparing for Iran attacks after America's cyber attack. All right, see, because America's doing these things to the other nations. Okay, so that's why America's coming up against these other nations, stealing, robbing, spoiling. All right, destroying, killing with the sword, causing mischief. Okay, putting and planting diseases on people, setting them up. All right, destroying their way of life. Okay, robbing, being what the devil does. Okay, invading their homes, taking over their land, pushing and shoving them around, telling them what to do, being a bully. All right, this is what's getting ready to happen to so-called America. All right, and ultimately these nuclear missiles. All right, these nuclear missiles are going to be dropped on so-called America. A whole fleet of them. Okay, turn this place nothing but a memorial. All right, being nothing left but dust and ashes. Okay, but here, U.S. businesses should get ready for a barrage of digital retaliation from Iran. Which, again, this is playing into their narrative after the Trump administration launched, and that's the thing, a push and shove, a cause and reaction. Okay, and this is ultimately Esau's games. Okay, but nonetheless, that's why these things are going to fall upon him for a snap. Okay, the thing which he created, which is the nuclear missile being Oppenheimer. Okay, he said, "I'm become destroyer of worlds." This thing that he's created is going to be his end. Okay, and these cyber attacks, is just one of the things he's created as a device against, his wicked, towards his wicked rulership. He does these things to rule in wickedness. All right, it's going to get ready to fall upon him. Okay, and it talks about missiles. Trump administration launched a cyber attack against the Islamic, and this article came out June 24th. All right, so earlier this summer. Okay, launched a cyber attack against the Islamic Republic's rocket and missile launching systems. Current and former U.S. government officials said this weekend. Wow. So hey, the Lord can have it where as far as because these kings and rulers being hardened. All right, to shoot these missiles, the Lord could be, he don't even need these people to push, like they say, push the red button. Because again, these are all, these things are launched by electronic signals, all right, on and off switches. Okay, it's not literal buttons no more. Okay, it's button clicks, like mouse clicks, and so on and so forth. Okay, the Lord can have it where with these cyber attacks, it can launch every missile in the arsenal. Okay, just by, again, these cyber attacks. Okay, and Russia has a dead man switch. Okay, so a dead man switch being, everybody's gonna die. So there's things such as seismic graphs. These systems monitor, and if it senses that a nuclear missile has been launched, Russia's arsenal of nuclear missiles are going to be shot. Okay, and they already have their set pointed destinations. Los Angeles, Miami, New York City, etc., etc. Okay, and that's how. Hey, that's beautiful. Okay, again, just spiritual speculating, but hey, this is how it could all happen, because a normal man knows that if I shoot one of these missiles, we're all dead. Okay, and they could be prolonged, and the Lord could say, I don't got time for this. All right, I'm gonna send a cyber attack and let loose all these missiles. Okay, and that goes into that prophecy, but it's 200 million missiles. Okay, but this is the point really, which I was gonna get. Iranian hackers are already targeting U.S. companies with specialized malicious software designed to wipe the contents of their computer networks rather than to simply steal their data. Chris Krebs, director of Homeland Security Department Cyber Division, warned in a Saturday email. Okay, so again, the point: wiping out the contents. Okay, the so-called American economy is going to be wiped. Okay, being all people's like what they're going to say. Okay, this is what's going to crash the economy. All right, this is what's going to make the dollar crash, and they're going to say we need a digital currency where it cannot be hacked. Right, being in the device of this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, you have to take this chip to identify you, because now everybody's a terrorist. Via the Patriot Act, everybody's a terrorist, especially in this massive amount of chaos. The government's gonna be like, we can't trust nobody. Everybody's a terrorist until proven why they take this chip. All right, being an alliance of this beast system. All right, which is ultimately what Esau deems as a new world order. Okay, but that was the point. Okay, wiping away. Okay, that's why that's why it's heavy. This RFID microchip being implemented, because that is a telltale sign that we are out of here. Okay, but here, it's getting just harping on the point. Really, it's already been made. Going into what would happen. Because that's what it is, cyber warfare. Okay, it's wars fought by computers now. You have drones. Okay, it's no longer obviously you have on foot operations. Okay, but everything is ran by computers and technology. Okay, that's why now Esau with these super soldiers, he has robots. He's trying to build a robot army. Okay, it ought to be merging that robot technology with man and being cyborgs, but nonetheless, it's not gonna happen. Okay, but he does have some of it, because YAHAWASHI strives and raise up his men, and we're gonna, have fun and fight these things, but nonetheless, his system, his world is over. Okay, here's another article. America is woefully unprepared for cyber warfare. From hacks to misinformation campaigns, its adversaries are winning in the virtual battleground. Okay, going into again, America's fell off. All right, is behind in missile technology, is behind in cyber things. It says cyberspace. Okay, America is through. All right, war in cyberspace is fully on, and the United States is losing it, according to about 24 national security experts. All right, U.S. military is increasingly adept, I think that's the word, at mounting cyber attacks in places like Russia and Iran, but America's computers are almost completely defenseless. All right, so America's attack. All right, but they got no defense. Okay, and that's the thing. You can't throw a punch if you can't take a punch. All right, America is not going to be able to take these nuclear missiles and can't really be shot off. All right, without strong protections. And we went into America's infrastructure. Okay, offensive attacks can be invitations for disaster instead of deterrence. Right, so instead of keeping these things away and preventing them, all right, they're going to fall upon themselves. I believe we are in a declared cyber war, said Michael Byer, a longtime Pentagon advisor who led a recent review of Navy cybersecurity. It is aimed at the whole of society and the state. I believe we are losing that war. All right, because this is a time of war. All right, there's a time of peace and there's a time for war. We're in a time of war. Okay, but the people are asleep. Okay, again, you have the trumpets being blown and everybody's, walking in their own way because they've been blinded. Okay, that's why the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. Okay, but that's the point of these articles. So I'm just going to close out here. It's Sirach 27. I'm going to start at verse 25. Whoso casteth a stone on high, cast it on his own head, and a deceitful stroke shall make wounds. Okay, so Esau is full of deceit. Okay, he's gonna blame all these other nations that they done these cyber attacks. He's gonna blame, because there's gonna be a slew of false flag attacks. Okay, all over the United States and around the world. Okay, and these are the traps Esau does, all right, to trap up the other nations so he can be the devil he can. Yeah, be the devil he can. The devil he is. All right. He goes around lying. Okay, that's one of his weapons. All right, deception. Okay, but he's being revealed. Okay, and that's a big part of his power. Okay, hiding. Okay, doing things in secret. Okay, that's why he's losing his power, because he can't be the devil no more. Okay, because he's being revealed. He lost his power. All right, that's therefore and consequently, for him, his society's failing, because what he's built his society upon, which is lies, deceit, all men of wickedness, is falling upon himself. Okay, so he threw the stone of wickedness, and he's going to receive it. Okay, and it says it's going to fall upon his own head. Okay, his tongue is falling upon his own head. Okay, Esau's coming up against Esau, and these articles is Edomites. Jacob's not writing these articles. All right, that's verse 26. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth the trap shall be taken therein. Okay, this is what's going to happen to so-called white man, being Esau, Edom. All right, everything he's labored for, okay, everything he's done, stepping over people, destroying lands, taking them by violence, killing with the sword, not being satisfied with blood, setting up nations, blaming on non-existent groups, such as him and his war on terror. Okay, these are these traps he sets. Okay, and these traps are going to fall upon him. Okay, and the ultimate trap is these nuclear missiles. All right. Verse 27. He worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. All right, because this is what you say are called divine intervention. Okay, these things are going to fall upon him from on high. He has not prepared, all right, for the day of the Lord. Okay, with YAHAWASHI, coming back and taking dominion over this place. Okay, taking back dominion. Okay, when Yahushua cracks the skies, that's why the scriptures say about the war in heaven. He was scared, yet stirs fight. Okay, he has to go. He's gonna have to fight. All right, because this is his last stand. All right, but unless this, he's not gonna know where this trouble is gonna come from. He's gonna be like, I didn't do that. Did you do that? Again, going into the divine intervention, Yahweh is going to intervene, which he's already controlling. Okay, but this goes into when he's about to fill his belly. Okay, the Lord's going to cast the fury upon him. Okay, when he's about to fulfill his new world order, which he's really, really close right now. Okay, Yahweh is going to flip the table on him. Okay, he's gonna ultimately be destroyed. Okay, this is verse 28. Mockery and reproach are from the proud. Right? Does not Donald Trump embody that? Okay, he mocks the other nations. All right, he's proud as hell. Okay, he puts sanctions on the other nations. All right, here it is, just putting cyber attacks on the nations. Okay, having these what's the word? It escapes me right now, but going into his enemies, he's puffing at them. Okay. He's putting them in tough positions, okay, going into the Brexit, okay, even against his own people, okay, because, hey, he's a proud man, all right, but continuing, but vengeance, as a lion shall lie in wait for them, okay, so, hey, he didn't consider the latter end. He didn't think these other nations would be sick and tired of his crap, all right, and come up against him, because he just thought he'd be on top forever, okay, but that's not the case, okay. Every nation that's has had its time to rise and had its time to fall, and so-called America being the greatest nation as today. Okay, obviously the kingdom of heaven is going to be far superior, but as far as time goes on this earth, so-called America has been the greatest nation on the earth. Okay, the things that it can do, the miracles, things like planes and so on and so forth, going to Esau's technology. Okay, there's no other nation has had these such things. Okay, but again, that's what filled up this place with pride. Okay, thinking that it's going to continue on forever. All right, but that's not the case. Okay, it says the Lord will avenge it. Okay, Yahweh Shai is gonna, it says, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her. Okay, the sins have reached onto heaven. Okay, the people they don't regard it, but the Yahweh Shai have not forgotten. Okay, this is biblical prophecy. Okay, this place is going to be destroyed. All right, this is verse 29. They that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in the snare. Okay, because this is what Esau Edom has been doing from the beginning. Okay, going back all the way to the beginning to Cain and Abel. All right, that spiritual hatred that the so-called white man has had for you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And ultimately, this place falling down and being destroyed is for you, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans being the children of the Most High. Okay, Yahweh Shai is doing this because he loves his people. Ultimately, because it's for his name's sake. All right, which his name is on us. So that's the point. Okay, the Esau Edom being accused of thy brethren, he's always been trying to set up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, making you so to say look bad in front of Yahweh Shai. Okay, but it says right here, they that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in the snare. Okay, so all the things that they set trap for to destroy, ultimately, the Israelites, all right, is coming upon Esau Edom. Okay, being a so-called white man. Here and continuing, and anguish shall consume them before they die. Man, anguish shall consume them before they die. All right, that ultimate anguish. All right, the scriptures say there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. All right, that's great pain. Okay, and that's ultimately again the cherry on top for this place being the nuclear missiles. Okay, anguish going into famine. That's a terrible way to die. Anguish because of the sword. Okay, anguish because of pestilence. Okay, anguish because of scripture say the 4 sword plagues. What the fourth one's a noisome beast. Okay, these are going to fall upon the wicked. All right, and hey, 2/3 of our own people join hand in hand. And the scriptures say, if they hear not the words of this church, count them as a heathen. Okay, so 2/3 of our own people are going to receive the same judgment. Okay, verse 30, malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful man shall have them both. Okay, and we know that sinful man, all right, tells in Malachi the first chapter. All right, Esau, Edom, all right, being the wicked the Bible speaks of. Scriptures call him the border of wickedness. All right, the man of perdition. All right, the man of sin. All right, that's Esau, Edom. Okay, ultimately, now the head of the wicked. All right, being the so-called white man, and also those who join hand in hand. Okay, and he's talking to 2/3 of people again. All right, but nonetheless, this is the point. This place is crumbling. Okay, and Esau's, it's melting. His power is melting in his hand like a piece of cotton candy. Okay, and that's why in due time, the Lord's getting ready. He's closing up shop. He's shortening the days. Okay, everything's in place for this place to fall. Now it's just as far as time, it has to catch up to prophecy. When that time that the Lord has for this place, literally like that snowball effect, that last domino. All right, and this place is at a place of no return. Okay, and the snap of a finger, this place is going to be out of here. Okay, so hey, continue to keep watching, praying that we can be worthy to be found worthy to escape these things to come. Because as I'm reading these things, you're going to be here. Okay, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. We prophesy these things, mass amounts of death. Okay, terrible, evil, wild things get ready to come upon this place. We're going to be here. Okay, but that's the point. The Lord said, he prayed for us not to be taken out of the world, but to be protected from the evils. Okay, ultimately we are going to be taken out of the world by these Lord's will be that number, being these the chariots, so-called UFOs getting beamed up. But unless we have to go through these things, okay, we're going to see these things. That's why it says, "Behold, with our own eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked." That's why it goes into asking how the righteous shall be saved. Okay, inquiring. All right, being how is it that you're going to be part of that number? All right, Lord's will, part of that number. Okay, because if you're not, amen, it's not looking good. All right, but nonetheless, Lord's will is edifying, and as always, want to give our praises to YAHAWASHI, BABAL, the honor to the elders and apostles.